Will Lutz on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans.
Get your mic.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble now, great field position. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
47's the mic, boy. 47. Check, 47. Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And Woods has it complete.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch. Out for, and that time it costs him.
Big hit. Tight right. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
On second down, here's Gone. Airing it out deep for Woods. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Gone. And able to find Higby. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's gone off the bootleg. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. From the 31, Breeze flushed out right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cody. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend.
Hold up and be the average all year long. They're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st down, it's gone. He'll get this one to cut. Complete.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Right here, right here.
On 1st and 10, gone. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And now it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now we see a man who got a workout in last year's Super Bowl, Johnny Hekker, on to punt for the Rams, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is fielded at the 7. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. One of the best punt returns we'll see, 93 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Let's just call that play what it was. Bold, dashing, daring, and a big-time return for a touchdown.
Fielding a punt inside the 10. Most coaches, they frown upon that, don't they?
They really do. I do know some special teams coaches who say, okay, I'll let you go to about the 8, and you're right in that gray area, and he made that play work in a massive way.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. Gurley again here on 1st down. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the gun, here's Gone. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. First catch for last year's NFL catch leader, and it's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, And not only the DBs that throw their verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. 23 yards to pick up there.
Man left, man left. Hey. 4 down.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Escaping the pressure, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
And that's another route the defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. He's up near 100 yards now here in the second quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
They'll be hoping to hit that 100-yard mark on this drive. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 2nd and 2, Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Waiting.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Breeze. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The veteran Eric Weddle there to break that one up. Now Breeze. And that's incomplete.
Well, Ray, seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You can cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Oh, some strong running. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he's going to go down in the field of play. So they say no to the field goal try, and time has run out on this first half. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. This fielded at the 2. Latavius Murray, 20, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length as his guys continue to pour it on.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
What an explosive kickoff return from the 2 all the way to the end zone. A 98-yard return for 6. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. 4th-round guy, and many thought that's about where he would go. But I think he's got some upside, right?
He can come right in and be what they call a core special teams player, playing all 4 phases of it, and have a chance to work his way into the lineup. I think a year or 2 down the road, they could have a solid starter.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goff. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Let's go. Let's do it.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
47's the mic. Man,
On 2nd down and 4, Goff. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over.